I started watching wrestling when I was 7. First thing I ever saw was Macho Man Randy Savage do an elbow off the top rope, and I was just like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. The crowd went crazy, and I was just like instantly drawn into it, and I've watched it ever since. I started wrestling in Toronto when I was 18. Basically from like every show you go to, you network, and you meet people and you make connections, and they're like, hey, we want to use you for the next show, whatever. So I started managing, August 2000 was my first show, and I managed for about a year, just over a year, and then I started training to wrestle at a place called Squared Circle in Toronto, and just working the indies all over Canada, all over the United States. And then I did a little bit for TNA, and then from there I had sent some packages and some pictures and stuff to the WWE office, as Tommy Dreamer was the talent scout at the time. And in December 2004 I went to OVW, which is the other developmental center in Louisville, and I got hired through a tryout camp I did there. The one thing everybody hates to hear, and I mean I'm definitely one of them, is that it's fake, because it's not fake at all, you know. And so for somebody to just be like, oh, that's easy because it's phony and you just do this and that, whatever. It's the exact same thing that everybody would say. Bill would say it, anybody would say it. Get in the ring and try it, you know. And I mean, we know a lot more, I can guarantee, than somebody who's just been maybe watching and wants to get in and try it.
110-pound girl that could wrestle any guy.
Angel Williams now, Chantel, connects in the middle of the ring, hook.
Because if someone grabs that and runs with it, that girl's going to be not only rich and famous, she's going to have a career. She's going to be exactly what she came up for, professional wrestling. Just because you're 7 foot tall and 400 pounds doesn't mean you're going to make it. But I'm going to find something in you that you don't know you have, and we're going to present it, and they're going to go, ooh. And then what you do with it once you get there, you know, it's up to the individual. I don't think everybody is going to make it. I think everybody's going to have the opportunity.
You have to understand my position, don't you? You're the one behind all this. I am the general manager.
Chantel could take any man in a wrestling.
Nice bump.
Chantel is what, 5'2", if she's 100 pounds soaking wet. And she's just a new age of women in wrestling. She came to Deep South with the ability. Our job is easy because we just get to polish her up and show her some things and teach her a few things. What did we just talk about? What did we just talk about? I'd put any one of my girls against any guy in any roster.
The BOO's on him. Pop your hip so his head doesn't get so close. You got him, you're taking him good. Just pop that hip.
It is odd. I mean, anybody who saw any of my girls, and by my girls I mean Deep South, who sees any of my girls, they would never think they could do it. My theory in this building and in wrestling, in sports entertainment, is that the bottom line is these girls may never have to be physical in their whole career.
Someone else would have done that to you. You'd have been in my office going, Bill, you got a minute?
But that one time they ask me to do something, they're going to be able to do it.
Well, I was always very athletic in school. I was a cheerleader, I played softball, and I also did theater for a very long time. Then when I got out of school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. And my brother and my dad had been wrestling fans, but I hadn't really, you know, I kind of watched it on and off. And then I went to a live event, a Raw or SmackDown, and I just fell in love with the spectacle of it. I was 19. I just fell in love with it, and I was just like, this is what I want to do with my life. Like, I had to do it, and I researched on the internet schools around my area, and then I just started up a school at 19, and it took me 5 years to get here. I love my job.
They can only be pretty for so long. The most beautiful women, after a while, you're sick of seeing them. You've seen it, you've done it, I get it, you got the mole, you're hot, you're attractive. But now, if you're physical and you can take a man and do what you do and still be beautiful and still be, you know, eye candy, you've got a career. And I tell every girl that when they first meet me. You're a good looking girl, you're a pretty face. When a pretty face is just an average face, what do you got left?
It sucks to be like girly girl around things. This is a man's sport. It is. We're women in a man's sport. So to, you know, be girly and be a girl and stuff, to me, like, I hate that. You know, like, I take a lot of pride in what I do, and I train hard do what I do, and I love going in there and going at it with the guys. It's fun. You can learn a lot from wrestling with the guys too. Bill, he's great. You know what I mean? Like he if it's something that he thinks like no way, like the girl will die, then he'll be like, maybe girls do something a little less, you know, whatever. But I mean, we go with the guys all the time.
Nothing would grab my attention more after watching a girl in Playboy and all these other things and on the cover of WWE and everything else, and all of a sudden see her wrestle when I didn't think she could. That would blow me away, and now you've got my attention for another 2, 3, 4 years.
I've been here a year and a half, and last year when I gave Bill his Christmas card, I wrote a letter because you know you think you're good when you get hired by WWE. You think like, oh, I'm great, that's why they hired me. But really, when you come here, you learn so much more. And I told Bill, I said, I'm 200 times the worker and the wrestler I ever was before I came here, and it's because of him and what I worked on here and what I learned here.
It doesn't matter how they do it, as long as I take my bump. As long as you pose, as long as you go and come off your feet and take this, Big George could arm drag you, and you could take, you know, your own bump. Why? Oh!
I hate taking that bump. I get so scared. Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, this situation has recently been brought to my attention. Hello, old friend.
I've always been, you know, little Miss Chris Pot. I mean, I always got my hair done, my makeup done, and I translated that to wrestling.
Well, Angel, you know I consider the Divas to be one of the most important parts of this show.
That had to be my bad guy. I could not be like a bitch because I'm like way too nice. I was born in the South, you know. My mom and daddy taught me how to be polite.
You better just remember who you are talking to, because I am now in a position where I don't have to take that from you or from anybody else. What exactly did you say or do to change his mind?
And I worked with the guys all the time, and Bill was like, you know, let's just see how everybody works and whatever. And as soon as I got in the ring, he goes, you're a heel.
Kind of makes me feel even stronger that you did something sneaky and underhanded, not to mention immoral. So what is going on? Well, Angel, you know I consider the Divas to be one of the most important parts of this show. I mean, I plan on pushing the Divas. I plan on pushing their careers just as far as I can possibly push them. Yeah, right!
Queen Diva, Angel Williams!
This isn't the first time that we've got it on.
I'm gonna pick you apart!
Do you understand me?
Strap your boots on real tight, boy.
You know what? You better take your little trampy rear end right out of here. Get out of my office. You just get out of here. I don't have to listen to this. I am the general manager. You get out. Now, I know you didn't.
These are the things I pondered during my daily routine of beating people up mentally and physically. Because then that means it was over. You know, it's one of those things where if it's not working, then you just shut it down and you try it again tomorrow.
Hello, Shanty. Oh, I almost called Shanty.
Dan Rodheimer. Kind of a big deal.
That's it.
That's you. You know what I mean? And then I'll say my little thing, and then you're just going to talk about how you're undefeated, and you want me to accompany you to it would be your pleasure. I would grace you.
It would be the easier thing to do with this segment.
Make Dan the chick and meet him?
No.
Oh.
Not do it.
See, I am currently the number one on your
You could have gone with that.
You're a jacked up William Shatner. You had to get the farewell speech from Klingon in there. You homo. It took me the whole time to figure it out until he's going, oh yes, Angel Williams. I think after I win, Spock.
I am not Captain Kirk.
No, he got it one take.
I love to act. I love to entertain. Love to make people laugh.
Why don't we go out there now? I thought we were just going to end it right there.
That's good. You can end it there, right, Neil?
I told him, I said,
Yeah.
take me.
No, that's you can end it right there.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Much better, Dan.
He's in the flow, and we can use
Tonight, did you notice the tonight? The tonight? I have the tonight.
I'm Dan, I'm a big deal. No, I'm a big deal. No.
Why? I am the big deal.
You know, it's a 50-50 take. You know, you gotta be able to, you know, get in front of the camera, and you also have to be able to, you know, get it done in the ring.
Come out from inside. Actually, play a game.
Big deal. And then I'll say my right? And then you're like,
You say my company.
you go about how you're undefeated. Be like, you know, I don't know if you know, but I am currently undefeated here in Deep South Wrestling, and it would be my honor if you would grace me with your presence and accompany me to the ring tonight. And I'm gonna win my match. And I'll be like, oh, you know, I really like it when men do things to me. I mean, for me. My bad. And then we can end it there, or you could be like, you know.
I didn't even notice him doing it. I didn't even know him do it.